Clippers hired Tyronn Lue as their head coach. He signed a 5-year deal. Can Tyronn Lue really get the Clippers back on track? Really get them back to really being contenders and getting out of the semis? And you got to understand Tyronn Lue's pedigree. Although people might feel like LeBron James carried him to 3 NBA finals and things of that nature, Tyronn Lue's X's and O's had a lot to do with that. And I think he is an underrated coach, especially an assistant. Now, first things first, the Clippers signing Tyronn Lue proves that Doc Rivers wasn't entirely at fault for that 3-1 collapse. Because if you collapse from 3-1, and Tyronn Lue was an assistant coach with the Clippers, you wouldn't want to hire anybody else from the Clippers to say, hey, we want them to be a head coach. Because they were part of that 3-1 debacle, right? Since it was Doc Rivers' fault, he just took responsibility for it, guys. You would not want to hire somebody from the same tree as Doc Rivers. Tyronn Lue is from the same tree. He assistant coached under Boston. Then he came with the Clippers. He was there when you guys blew a 3-1 lead. So why would you hire him to a 5-year deal? It wasn't Doc Rivers' fault. So they're hoping that Tyronn Lue's relationship with the players is better than Doc Rivers, and then he could get them to play harder and get the result that they really wanted, was to get to the NBA Finals or the Western Conference Finals at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were saying it wasn't championship or bust, but it was. So let's just say it wasn't championship or bust. Shit, it was Western Conference Finals or bust at least that. So they're hoping that Tyronn Lue can really do what Doc couldn't, which really get into the guys' ears and get them to buy in. Because there wasn't anything that Doc did really X's and O's wise. They were up 3-1. The same shots that they got when they were up 3-1 are the same shots that they got when the Denver Nuggets came back. But they just weren't making them. And that was the players. Tyronn Lue has a pedigree of dealing with superstars. Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kevin Love, dealing with star power. He has been to 3 straight NBA Finals with LeBron James. He's won a title with LeBron James, so he knows what it takes to win a title. So he's like a baby. If Doc is a big Doc, he's a baby Doc, like, basically. And so, and that's what mind boggles me about them signing him for all these years, is basically saying that Doc wasn't really the problem, guys. Doc was a G, and he took all the blame for all these guys, because a lot of these guys would not have a career if Doc was still there. Like, Paul George would get traded immediately if Doc was still there. Doc didn't want that. Tyronn Lue, he could get the job done, or he could at least get them out of the semis. And I can't say it's necessarily a new voice, because it's all the same tree. It's all the same kind of style of play, same knowledge base. So we'll see how it goes. But I think he will do a good job. And, you know, I think coaching against LeBron, he's going to be a little bit motivated to get these guys up. Hoops Junction with Hoops Meets Hoop. Like, comment, subscribe.